Hello and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Angelica Unfiltered and we'll be reacting to more of my fat acceptance TikToks and Instagram reels today because I just love embarrassing myself on the internet. What can I say? I have a humiliation kink. Just kidding, I don't. I'm not into that. I actually have no kinks. Forget I even said that. This is a new channel for me, so if you like me, make sure to subscribe, and if you want to support me in any sort of way, I have a small business that is my full-time job called Rebirth Jewelry, so if you like crystals, witchy stuff, or are into like boho hippie fashion, please check out my business, Rebirth Jewelry. You can use code YouTube10 to take 10% off your first order. Enough about that, let's get into the cringe because I know that's what you guys are here for. If you just watched my other video, this is the same batch filming day. I can say it. I'm so proud of you. The video says, to all the people starting to ditch beauty standards and diet culture to live their best life. And then it says, I'm so proud of you, the Drake song, which is interesting. And then in the caption it says, and also welcome to a happier and more fulfilled life. Guys, this is what you do with your free time when you're so happy and fulfilled. You videotape yourself in your underwear and bralette and post it on the internet with some fucking stupid ass caption that you are forcing yourself to believe because you're so delusional, but you're actually completely unhappy with yourself. It's just hilarious that like I'm continuing to talk about like ditching beauty standards or dismantling beauty standards when like in all of my videos I am like full beat. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm just so good at makeup and I'm so talented. And I can't help it that I'm totally gorgeous, but I'm not really straying away from beauty standards when I'm sitting here putting tons and tons of makeup on my face. And I think that goes for like literally everyone in the fat acceptance movement. They talk about like dismantling beauty standards and not trying to be attractive to men or being a part of the patriarchy. But then so many of them get plastic surgery or lip fillers and wear lash extensions and are always like going to Ulta and buying new makeup. It's like the cognitive dissonance is strong. I'll just say that. I feel like ditching diet culture and fat acceptance means not caring about yourself and allowing yourself to binge eat whatever you want. Next.
Fuck balls. Whoa, girl. Fuck. Wow. Oh my god.
Not me being so disrespectful to Britney Spears and promoting obesity. Whatever sounds. Okay, so it says, when someone tells you that you're gonna die young from being obese, no way, OMG, tell me more, the caption reads. Again, posts like this, it just screams like self-hatred or like self-harm or just like not giving a fuck about like what I eat or my body or really anything like that. And just like the lack of care or concern for oneself. And while I'm like trying to be funny in a video, like there is still like truth behind every joke. And the joke is that like I don't fucking care about my health. Don't get me wrong, I care about what I look like because girl has makeup on and her hair is did.
It's not the vibes.
I thought this one was fucking hilarious. So it says, when you're cuddling with your significant other and they accidentally touch your fupa, caption says, still a little insecure about my belly area. Emoji. This just shows that I was posting all these things like pretending to be confident, like when I obviously was not very happy with myself, especially my belly area. Like, I mean, now I still don't like super love it. Like I'm just like in a neutral state of it. Like it's my fat saggy belly is what it is, but it's gone down significantly since I've almost lost 60 pounds. Like my belly has gone down significantly, but I still weigh like 214, so I do have like a fupa. I don't really care if my fiance Pablo like ever touches it. It just kind of like is what it is now. I don't know if it's like because of the confidence that I've gotten from losing weight or if it's just with age. And like I can point out things about my body that I don't like, but I don't have to like feel like so severely insecure about them, but I don't feel like so overly insecure about those parts anymore. Like, to be honest, like I fucking hate my arms. Like I have big ass bingo flapping arms, but that doesn't ever stop me from wearing tank tops or anything, you know what I mean? It's just like whatever, it is what it is.
Born for this life and some people aren't. Some people are born for this life and some people.
The video says, I used to be obese and fat like you, but I lost weight. So can you. And then the caption says, just because someone has lost weight doesn't, and then it cuts off. I didn't expand it and see what else it said, but it's probably something like,
just because you lost weight doesn't mean that everyone else can, because there's this thing as like weight loss is ableism and you can't help genetics and like diabetes and things like that.
So you can't lose weight when you literally can. Like most of the time people are significantly overweight is because they have overaged. And yes, like having certain disorders and diseases like make it difficult to lose weight or even like being on certain medications. But if you're 400 pounds, it's not because your antidepressant made you fat. It's because you ate yourself to 400 pounds. I understand like gaining like 5 or 10 pounds because of like certain disorders and diseases, but it's like if you are so significantly overweight, you need to take some personal accountability for your size. This next one is it's something, that's for sure. It's fucking something.
Bitches on the street, I need you to pull them up, and I need you to tell them they are doing a shame to the body of Christ, because they're not taking care of the temple they were given, and them big fat bitches will burn in hell.
The caption reads, pretty sure Monique was reading a hate comment. I'm not sure what that sound is from, but I think it is like Monique reading a hate comment while she's like being interviewed or something, and someone put a sound behind it. But girl, the cope. Let's look at this big ass belly. I mean, I still have a belly, but I feel like it's more like deflated and flat. I mean, I showed it like 2 videos ago, so I won't. So I'll spare you from me taking off my jeans so you can see my saggy fupa. I feel like this is like an example of this type of humor that's like, I'm going to make fun of myself, so if you make fun of me first, then it doesn't hurt my feelings as much. I mean, if you did make fun of me at this state, it definitely would have hurt, but because I made the joke first, then it's like a little less, then it feels like a little less harsh because I'm already laughing at myself and you're like joining in. Like, it's just like a whole cope. It's like me trying to like make myself feel better about myself. And that's what the whole like fat acceptance community is to me, is people trying to justify their behaviors, especially like overeating, binge eating, and having such unhealthy coping mechanisms that losing weight is so like triggering and distressing to you. It's just a front for mental illness, in my opinion. I was really loving this pink sweater. I don't know why, because I kind of like hate pink.
You're done. You're done.
My face looks so big here. It's like, looks like swollen, like my cheeks are like this, and like, I feel like my eyes look literally like ginormous compared to like what it did in this video, just because like my cheeks were like overwhelming my whole face. It reads, I just think that if fat people ate correctly and worked out, they would lose weight and be healthier, which is literally facts. And I said, you're done. Fat people are fat for a lot of reasons, like disorders, diseases, genetics, but also don't need to explain their health to exist. Alan Rogers makes it his point in a lot of his videos to talk about like how in America, he specifies that like we kind of do owe health to each other because insurance premiums increase because like America is so unhealthy and overweight. So someone that is like extremely morbidly obese and is like going to the doctor all the time, they kind of increase the premium for everyone and not like just themselves. But also I think that if you have friends and family that you do love, you kind of do need to explain your health to them because they want to live like a long, happy life with you, and you're kind of like cutting it short by not caring about yourself or your health. But let's get into fat people are fat for a lot of reasons, like disorders, diseases, and genes. There are reasons for people to like gain a little bit of weight, like some antidepressants will make you put on like 5, 10, 20 pounds. But an antidepressant isn't going to make you put on 200 pounds. And yes, disorders and certain diseases make it harder for people to lose weight, but it's not impossible. If you have diabetes or PCOS or insulin resistance, like stay the fuck away from sugar and carbs. Like then it'll be a little bit easier for you to lose weight. While it can be annoying and more difficult, it doesn't mean it's impossible. Our society is so sick and overweight because of our lifestyle and all of the hyper processed foods that we eat. There wasn't this many obese people in the 70s and 80s. It's because of how toxic our food industry has gotten. While we can vote with our dollar in hopes that companies change the ingredients and things, we need to get away from eating hyper processed foods, which I say shit like this, but like I love some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, okay? Like I'm no saint, but I do try my hardest to eat as many whole foods or like less processed foods as possible. In the morning I try to do scrambled eggs, turkey bacon, and potatoes instead of having like a big cup of cereal, because while that's also healthier and has less chemicals in it, it's whole foods and it has more protein. When you eat whole foods, you're able to like have a larger portion of them for less calories. A small bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch is going to be like 200 calories, but if I have a half cup of potatoes, 2 pieces of turkey bacon, and 2 eggs, like that's gonna be like a similar amount of calories, and it's way more food. Again, not saying I'm perfect, but we need to weigh out our options and make better choices, because while we can't control everything in life, we can control some things. which I feel like people don't want to take accountability for, and I feel like people would rather just be a victim to life. And I don't like the idea of being helpless, so that's why I try to take initiative to things. Let's do this one last one.
This bitch.
You'd be so much prettier if you just lost some weight. I can be pretty and fat, which is true. No matter how fat I've gotten, I still have always had that face card. Like, and I have a face card now, even though I'm 214 pounds. And you can't tell me I'm ugly because that won't hurt my feelings, because I know that's literally not true. The caption reads, fat does not mean ugly. You can be fat and pretty. I do think that's true. There are like a lot of fat people that I think do have a Gorgina face. Like, I would literally be lying if I said that Tess Holliday was ugly, because I think she is very beautiful. Fat or adipose tissue like does kind of alter the way we look, especially in our faces. Like, just seeing like what my face looked like in those videos and what they look like now, I feel like obviously you can tell I'm like the same person, but I feel like a lot of like the volume in my cheeks has gone away. I don't want to say my face is like flat, but like I feel like my cheeks used to be like, they were like up there, making my eyes look super small. But I do think in terms of like attractiveness, a lot of people do start to become more attractive as they lose weight, because you can start to see like their natural bone structure, you can see the natural curve to their body, rather it just being like just fat. And I know that hurts a lot of people's feelings, and losing weight and seeing how people interact with you different is very humbling and also disappointing that people can be so shallow. But at the same time, if you think of humans as the animals that we are, evolved animals over time, like it makes sense that we would find people that are thinner more attractive, because I know like humans kind of put more meaning behind life, but if we talk in terms of animals and existing as a species, genetically we want to pass on our seed, not in an Elon Musk way, in a continuing our family lineage way. Like, you want to partner up with someone that is healthy so you can have healthy children and have a long healthy life together. I understand like why it's disheartening to not be seen as attractive or pretty when overweight, because people are so shallow. But at the same time, like, I completely understand, because like, don't get me wrong, like I love like a chubbier man, I love some man with like some meat on his bones, some muscle, but like I don't find a 400-pound man attractive. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. That's just my opinion and my personal preference, I guess. That's about as much as I can do today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like this video, and if you enjoy me, make sure to subscribe. If you haven't already, make sure to go watch all my other videos, because I'm posting a video every day until Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Peace.